In today's KSAT Q&A, we are joined by San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. Lots of things to talk about, but we start first with a very big project for the San Antonio airport.
Yeah, we told you a little bit about it at 6 o'clock here, the new ground loading facility, which we saw a little bit of today. Mayor, explain that to us. I know some people out there have questions about how this all works and the heat of San Antonio, and then how do folks who might be traveling, who might be older or have some disabilities, how's this going to work for them as well? Explain the whole project to us.
Sure, yeah, and this is in the midst of the ongoing transformation of the San Antonio International Airport, adding significant capacity to meet the demand that's already here. And one of those elements, the first project, is the new ground loading facility. And you can think of this back, most airports have these types of facilities. They are terminals, essentially, where you're at grade. And when it comes time to board your flight, you actually walk out up the stairs into the airplane. A lot of carriers, several carriers use this method because they can turn planes very quickly, allows more flights to occur on a daily basis. And one of our carriers in particular, we know this is their preferred method, Viva Aerobus. So we're going to have international and domestic flights through this facility. It'll be 3 gates, which will be coming online very quickly and coming online at a time where we're at capacity. So this will allow us to add some capacity to our air service while we're undergoing an extraordinarily significant development with the new terminal coming online, which is set to begin construction next year and then ultimately opening up in 2028. This will allow us to have new capacity built in right away. So a very important project. Another indication that San Antonio Air Service is really taking off. As you know, we've just launched we've just announced transatlantic service to Frankfurt, more destinations to Mexico, and many more exciting announcements to come in the months ahead.
Mayor, I want to ask you about the Charter Review Commission. And before anybody's eyes at home glaze over about that very, local government term, this is important because it is changing the rules of our city, and voters are left to decide whether those changes actually take place. So explain how this commission works and what things you want this group to look at. Sure.
And, the city, just like the state or the country, has a constitution. The way the process for the constitution of the state works is that legislation has to be passed and ultimately approved by voters. And so in November, voters in the state are going to go to the ballot to vote on several different proposed amendments to the Texas Constitution. Same thing happens at the local level, where in our city charter, we assemble potential changes, and those changes go on to a ballot, and the voters will have to approve or deny them based on whatever those recommendations are. So I'm assembling a citizen charter review commission. The difference here in the way we go about it is that it's very transparent. We have community involved with the decision making, and then ultimately those proposals will go forward to an election likely to be November of 2024. So I'm going to be assembling that Charter Review Commission very soon in the next few weeks. And the things I'll ask them to take a look at, some of the outdated language in our city charter, some things that have caused significant challenges for us, some things that we see that can be challenges up in the future, things like the term limit and the salary cap on the city manager, potentially also the fact that city council salaries are set at 2014 levels, so they are unchanging. And so do we want to have that indexed in some way? Do we want to add city council districts so there's more representation of our community on the council dais? Right now there's 10 council districts. It's been that way for many, many decades. Should we add some more? So these are questions I'm going to pose to the Charter Review Commission, among others, for them to consider and ultimately bring forward recommendations that would go to the public. I'm also going to make sure that there's a forum established so that things that might not make it onto the list can be considered by the Charter Review Commission as potential changes for our city charter. But ultimately, as you said, Myra, any changes that would be considered ultimately would have to go forward to the San Antonio public for voter approval.
We'll see how that list develops in the coming weeks, Mayor. This next question, not an official commission, but certainly a meeting of local leaders. I want to go back to late August, early September, where we had 6 San Antonio police officers shot while pursuing suspects. You talked then about meeting with local leaders like County Judge Peter Sakai. During that time, really of a lot of turmoil between the police department and the Bexar County DA about questions about prosecution and sufficient police work. Where have those conversations gone? Have those led to anything that is currently in the works?
Yeah, we had Judge Sakai and I convened a meeting of those top officials in our law enforcement and judiciary. And we had a good conversation and basically level set with everyone. No one wants to see these sorts of violent incidents being perpetrated in our community, let alone by folks that have prior histories and clear propensity towards violence. And so we are now allowing some of those conversations now to lead for those departments to come back with some recommendations where we'll reconvene and talk as, again, stakeholders to figure out how we move forward together very soon. And then we'll report out to what changes are going to be made. But it was a good meeting of the minds. I think that we were able to level set and really emphasize the fact that every single one of us, whether it's the city, the county, PD, the sheriff's office, the judiciary, the DA's office, we all want to see an end to these kinds of violent incidents, particularly those perpetrated to our public and our law enforcement officers by those who have had repeat offenses.
On a lighter note, Mayor, I am one of the people who uses our Greenway trail system pretty much every day. I'm on the Leon Creek Greenway using it. You are highlighting that trailway system this weekend at an event. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's on the day of the eclipse, which happens right before noon on Saturday. But from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, we're going to have the first annual Mayor's Trail event. We're calling it Camino Verde. And we're going to be highlighting different sections of our great San Antonio Greenway Trail system, the Howard W. Peak Greenway Trail system. The area that we're going to be having activations and activities for folks to really learn about health and wellness and also get to know our trail system is from Southside Lions all the way up to MLK Park. And so we're asking folks to come out, enjoy some hiking and biking in the fresh air, pick up some of our eclipse glasses and hang out on the trails and get to know part of San Antonio that you didn't before, and also enjoy some activities with your neighbors. It's going to be a paperless event, so please bring your water bottles, but it's going to be a great time to be outdoors, good weather, watch the eclipse in a safe manner, and enjoy your neighbors and some recreation at the same time.
Yeah, sounds like the weather is going to be perfect for an event like that on Saturday. Mayor, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, y'all. Have a great evening.
You too.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.